Live from Appleton, it's APTV.
Welcome to APTV, episode 549 for Thursday, July 4th, 2024.
This week we have a little bit of banter, some updates, a little bit of news. We've got red, white, and blues. We've got items made in the good old US of A. We have a contest winner, a new contest, plus something new from Edison Pens coming soon that we're not going to reveal today.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey.
What's the difference between a literalist and a kleptomaniac?
I don't know.
A literalist takes things literally. A kleptomaniac takes things literally.
That's cute. You even made Justin laugh. That's pretty good. Right. Look at, was that one of the jokes I sent you?
No, it was not. It was not one of the jokes you sent me.
I have spent so much time
know you have.
sending Brian dozens and dozens of jokes that I think are funny.
My normal joke source really stepped up its game when he got there.
A cat
hanging on him. No, my normal joke source has come up with some good ones lately.
Okay.
So.
All right, but when you get down.
Well, we get down. I know where they. Yes, there's some good ones. Yeah, I'll remember those.
So anyway, happy 4th of July. Our store is physically closed today, but the website is always open. I'm kind of hoping, we're filming this obviously not on the 4th, I'm kind of hoping that we don't have everybody over.
You know our daughter's going to see this in advance, probably. Hey, Munchkin.
And Garrett doesn't have the day. He doesn't have to work on Thursday, so
well,
I guess they're just probably going to show up waiting for the barbecue that we have every year.
Probably.
Why don't we just have them bring all the stuff and you cook it?
Well, it's not too bad when they bring stuff.
I know.
now the new deal is all right. So
yeah.
Anyway, the store's closed, site's open. I hope you all having a
enjoy
good,
your day
4th of
if
July.
You are off today.
So tomorrow, Friday, July 5th, National Apple Turnover Day.
It's a day I can get behind.
First served in the 19th century, this fluffy sweet pastry is perfect for dessert or a snack.
Or breakfast.
Our son Garrett loves apple turnovers.
He does. He gets that from
I am not a fan.
You don't like fruit in general.
Yeah, citrus. I can do some citrus, but not apples.
Except every time I buy oranges, he never
When's the last time you
them.
bought oranges?
Well, I got tired of buying them, and then they went bad because you didn't eat them, and I wouldn't eat them.
Well, don't buy a huge bag. I just want one. Just buy one.
Anyway.
I guarantee you buy one, I'll eat.
Okay. I'm a big fan of apple turnovers.
All right.
Moving on.
We got some news.
We do.
We got some news. Talk to me about this.
Sunday Brunch for June was published last Sunday. Thank you, Justin. Lindsay and I did a mother-daughter brunch with no dad jokes. We both kind of rebelled. We were rebels.
You could have come, for a person who sends me so many jokes, you could have come up with.
I don't want to steal your thunder.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
The topic was our top 5 summer inks. Lindsay had 5. I had 5. Lindsay's were definitely more muted.
Well, I didn't actually watch it, but from...
Well, how rude.
I haven't gotten around to it. I do have a busy life. But I did hear it as you were recording it, and my understanding was Lindsay's inks were not really summer as much as they were fall, autumn.
I thought mine were more tropical. Like bright, like ladies out there, like a Lily Pulitzer dress, just bright turquoise.
I was going to say the same thing, and you beat me to it.
I did, yes.
What? A Lilliputian dress? A small dress? A Pulitzer? A prize?
Very bright, very tropical colors. Bright turquoise, bright pink, bright orange. So I picked those. Mine were definitely more tropical. Lindsay's were more muted, but she had a really good reasoning behind what she thought of each color.
This I gotta watch.
And I liked and I found it interesting that we did not pick any of the same colors.
Okay.
Because in the past, when we've been doing like our favorite green inks or whatever, we've chosen the same color. So it's always just fun to see, nature versus nurture kind of thing.
I'll turn it on this afternoon.
Give it a watch.
I'll give it a watch while I'm polishing pens.
All right. What do you have to explain me about?
I've got a couple of new pens that came in. These are modern. These are consignment pens. Boy, there's something special. First one, Mont Blanc Dumas, limited edition, writer's edition. What a beautiful pen this is. This marbled barrel with this lovely gold trim. Fountain pen with the medium nib, all original packaging. This is as they would say, the correct signature on the pen, because when this pen first came out, they actually put Dumas' son's signature on the pen. So this is which obviously would make it more valuable if it was, but this is the father's signature, the correct signature. Interestingly enough, though, this pen comes with, of course, with the box and the outer box and the paperwork. There is an original brochure that shows the incorrect signature on it. So you do get that, which is kind of interesting.
It's a little bit of a, I don't know that I would call it a scandal, but it was kind of
it was a big deal.
A bit of an uproar when that first came out because it had the wrong signature on it, and then they had to fix it. So many of the incorrect ones were recalled, and then the correct ones were released, but not everybody sent theirs back. So
it's regardless, it's a really good looking pen. It's a good looking pen. We have it here. Again, all boxes, papers. It has been previously used, but and I only have that based on the fact that the consignor told me they used it. I can't tell it's ever been used. And the piston works. It was cleaned before he last used it. So really, really good looking pen. The next one I love. I love this. This is a Waterman Edison.
I love the color.
This is a fantastic color. I have an old Schaefer Legacy of the same time period that was in this color. But look at this nib.
That is just cool.
Massive. It's beautiful, inlaid, 18 karat gold nib. And this, Waterman did for a period of time. They did a really cool thing where instead of calling something a broad nib, they called it an L nib for large. So this has an L nib. And you can probably see that tipping from space. It's pretty big. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Beautiful pen. This is a cartridge converter. Montblanc's a piston, of course. But I also have this available in a matching rollerball. So we've got the fountain and the rollerball in the Edison in blue with this lovely matte finish gold fill cap. So those are new within the last week or so.
Yes. Very cool.
So those are on the website.
I do love that some of our consignment lots are, hundreds of pieces, and some are like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I like the 4 or 5 ones. They're much more manageable.
Anyway, it's fun to have just random things pop up periodically, and gives the vintage and the consignment page a little refresh. And It's always fun to see interesting things that are no longer current.
Yeah, you won't. I mean, this is kind of this Edison actually is kind of a harder pen to find these days. But this is beautiful. And it comes with both the fountain and the rollerball and the Edison. We have boxes, outer boxes, paperwork, all that
Awesome.
happy stuff. So,
since we are revealing this on the 4th of July, we did just want to briefly go through a couple of the products that we sell that are made in the U.S. And so we have Edison Pens. They are located in Milan, Ohio. So
just got a couple examples here. I've got the Collier and the Persimmon Swirl, which has been around since I think the very beginning.
Yeah.
We've been Edison dealers since
early.
at least 10 years at least now. I think we were the 3rd Edison dealer in the country.
Yeah.
But a Persimmon Swirl, always a favorite. In fact, this one's got a cool little blob on it. We got an antique marble in the Collier. This is an oversized pen.
And that one does not post.
Doesn't post, yeah. But you've got the Comet.
Which is cool.
Which is kind of...
It's an interesting design.
If you're into vintage pens, it's kind of like an oversized skyline. A wall sharp skyline. It has that taper.
Tapered
It's got
barrel.
the rounded top. Yep. But obviously it's larger than any vintage skyline. But they've got just neat little
really
translucent,
pretty colors,
transparent.
Yovo nibs, great writers, but they are made in the U.S.
Yep.
Also made in the U.S. are our Anderillium Pens.
Made in Appleton, even.
Made in Appleton. Our Anderillium Pens Notepads that we brought back after a bit of a hiatus. So A5 and
got some
A4.
A4s. I got this cool Cornell Graph, which I love, which is just such a neat, different way of looking at things.
So
Of course, I'm a cyclist, so a tandem is
Yeah, we had to do
required. And then, the the vintage Quink bottle
Quink
is
has been very popular.
very popular.
The lady reading has always been very popular. So we do have a handful of designs there. I'm always working on new ones, but there are other things that take up my time as well. Also made in the U.S., this is a brand that we're actually discontinuing, but we do have some of the Anderillium Inks. Yep, went for the wrong one.
I got Vampire Squid Red.
Yeah,
These are made in Tampa, Florida, your old stomping grounds.
I know. So
Common Loon
we do
Black.
have some of these left, and we do also have samples as well.
Yep.
And then I was grabbing the wrong bottle. We also have Ziller Dip Pen Inks. Now these are for dip pens only. Do not put these
Yeah,
in
and
the
these are,
fountain pens.
you can see just the viscosity of these in the bottle.
Fun colors.
And Ziller also produces
Really
some
amazing.
really excellent books. I've got two of them here. One is card writing and one is Bird and Design Flourishing. There's 5 books in the series, but they're real inexpensive. They're like $5.50 a piece.
I am nowhere near that talented.
And these were originally printed in 1946.
That's
and
so cool.
some of these were, I think the first ones might have even been earlier, but these are reprints of original booklets.
Yep.
So really fun ways to learn how to do different things. The card writing, which is really essentially more flourishing and things like that.
Fancy stuff.
Fancy writing and
Way fancier than I am capable of, and
so.
I
But they're
appreciate people who can.
They're cool. They're just, and so affordable. I mean, you
Yes.
could charge twice the price and it would still be a
good deal.
A good deal, yeah.
But made in the U.S.
Yeah.
Last week, we had a contest, and the question was, what are your plans, if any, for the 4th of July? And don't forget, it is on a Thursday this year.
Yep.
Steve Moss, and I also asked people to wish Brian a happy birthday. So Steve Moss, says, Brian, happy 53rd, young man. Plans for the 4th are a visit with an old friend that I get to see maybe once a year. Looking forward to it. So.
Karen Webster, thanks, Steve. Karen Webster says, today in Oklahoma, we are 99 degrees, 110 heat index with the heat wave coming. We'll be trying to stay cool on the 4th while enjoying a cookout with our church family. Brian, happy birthday. I hope your birthday was wonderful. I turned 57 on the 16th.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, congratulations.
Kathy Cullen Stern says, Lisa, when we lived on an army post, we were encouraged to use our solar dryer because I had talked last week about how excited
Yeah.
I was when we got a clothesline. Everyone had a freestanding clothesline in their backyard. Family is visiting the week of the 4th. We will go to a AAA baseball game with fireworks to follow.
Oh, cool.
I always record a Capital 4th on PBS, so we will also watch that when we get home. A trip to the Baseball Hall of Fame is also on the agenda for the 5th.
Oh, that sounds like
very
fun. That
cool.
sounds like
So
fun.
it's a baseball weekend.
Baseball 4th, yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas Godbold says, happy birthday, Brian. I work at a hospital and I'm on shift on the 4th. So will be caring for others as my way of celebrating, which is just fine. I will be grilling in the backyard once I'm off clock and maybe go and watch community fireworks over the lake, depending on my energy.
Stacy S. says, happy birthday, Brian. We are visiting Appleton for the 4th. Should be great.
Visited on the 5th, too.
Yeah.
Larry Jensen says, what a delight to see you both on Thursdays. Brian, wishing you a very happy birthday. Thank you much. Remember to call your mom and thank her.
Yes.
Waffles are a great way to welcome in your special day bananas and blueberries as a topping and your favorite maple syrup with the dusting of powdered sugar on top of the waffles. A good waffle maker is one of your best investments. Best
Yes.
wishes again. Thanks, Larry.
And the winner is Don Baxter. And Don says, my wife and I are taking the trip of a lifetime from the 3rd through the 11th of July. The trip is to see the Canadian Rockies by train.
Ooh, fun.
That sounds cool. On the 4th, we will be in Vancouver, British Columbia. And we have a day trip planned to Victoria Island to see Butchart. I don't know how to pronounce it. Butchart
I'm not
Gardens.
sure, yeah.
Happy birthday to Brian and many more. I have a few years on you. I will be 81 on the 11th.
Wow.
Well, happy birthday, Don. Enjoying my fountain pens. I am up to 33 in my collection now. So, Don, congrats. Send an email to Eric at andersonpens.com, and he will take care of your store credit.
We got a new contest.
We
new
do.
Survey. Speaking of our last Sunday brunch, For those of you who keep track of and know what inks are in your pens, this is I can't wait for this. How do you keep track of this?
Okay, and the reason is because Lindsay, during our Sunday brunch, thought that she knew what ink was in what pen, and she clearly
didn't.
Yeah.
She missed.
So for those of you who know what you have, how do you keep track? Do you just remember it? Do you write it down? Do you write it on the converter or the cartridge? Do you have a notebook?
Well, if you
Help
use
Lindsay out.
if you use an Ink Studio, you got an out because you got the sticker. There's a
you
sticker in the
put
box
it on there.
if you put the sticker on it.
Yeah, but what if you use it more than 4 times?
I don't know.
Anyway, if you keep track, how do you do it? Spreadsheet, notebook, memory?
Spreadsheet seems kind of weird, doesn't it?
From the king of spreadsheets?
One commenter will be chosen at random to win $20 credit on his or her Anderson Pens account.
And coming soon, I don't want to make promises because it's all manual labor.
Soon.
Soon we are going to be releasing a new product here at Anderson Pens, made in-house. And so we are just building up enough stock to launch it, hopefully next week.
This is a cute idea.
Thank you.
This is a very cute idea. I like it a lot, actually.
Okay. So keep watching. We will launch this hopefully next week, at the very latest 2 weeks, but we just need to make sure we have enough
get
stock.
something next week.
Yeah.
I think.
I think so. There you go.
Now that you have no idea
Just
what we're
to
talking
keep
about.
you curious.
All right. You got anything else?
No, I got to go figure out what we're going to grill for the kids. Thanks for joining us. Tune in next week for more talk about pens, ink, and paper.
You can check us out on social media as Anderson Pens. Like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'd sure would appreciate it. Have a great day.
Bye.